wait so we can break apart to hear me if I seem a little unimpressed with this. An antisocial pessimist, but usually I don't mess with this. And I know you mean only the best, and your intentions aren't to bother me. But honestly, I'd rather be somewhere with my people. We can kick it and just listen to some music with a message. And we'll discuss our big dreams, how we plan to take over the planet. So pardon my manners, I hope you'll understand that I'll be here. Not there in the kitchen with the girl who's always gossiping about her friends. Oh, tell them I'll be here. And I can't wait so we can break apart the
Alright guys, let's get right into the base tour. So first of all, we got our basic 2-door airlock. The second door basically blocks enemies from getting inside your base, and you can easily shoot door camping enemies. The next step is going to be the way up, and at the same time summon protection for your loot room. Before you're going to log off, you could place a stone half wall to make it harder to offline radio. But I don't know if you can be bothered to actually pickaxe the wall when you don't get raided. After passing a couple of doors, you get to some drop boxes. They're perfect if you just have to store something and instantly want to go out again. The next room is going to be a small storage and crafting room for you and your mates. The small loot room to your left can fit 4 large and 3 small boxes. You can put your tier 1 or tier 2 workbench up here, so you can place your level 3 workbench downstairs. To the right side you got your research table, and at the same time your way up to the shooting range. Deeper into your base you got 4 more boxes, a couple of furnaces with a managing chest, and your way down to your main area. Before we're gonna go downstairs, I'm going to show you the shooting and defending area. So let's get back in time. Alright, so by jumping up the research table and going through 2 garage doors, you can enter the upper level. On the left side you can get to a full 360-degree view shooting range. These gaps allow you to kill door camping or raiding enemies all around your base. If they are further away or you want to fight the chopper, you can use the campfire and the small box to smoothly watch out the window. Going back inside, there is a storage room with 4 large and 3 small boxes. You can find the same room on the opposite side. Going back where you went up, there is a ladder which leads you to the top level of the roof. Up here you've got wooden roofs and more opportunities to get a good angle on enemies. And please, don't use it to roof camp all the nakeds, and don't just sit up there all day night long. Okay, and now let's go back to probably the most important part of the base. On the way down you got some more chests, and you can do the same thing as at the entrance. You can put half walls there to block off the loot room to make it harder to raid you. The main loot area contains 15 large and 6 small boxes, as well as your sleeping bags, furnaces and the workbench level 3, which you should place in front of your TC room, so it's going to take a lot more explosive to get privilege. The base costs around 60k stone, 80k wood and 14k metal to build, and has an upkeep cost of around 15k stone, 7.5k metal and 1k wood per 24 hours. The base is for groups of 3 players or more. So let's get right into the build. Start off with a low placed triangle foundation. Add a quad on each side of it and finish off the gaps with triangles. It should look like that. Next you're going to add higher placed metal or armor triangle foundation to each side of the building. Then place metal or HQM half walls around the foundations. Notice that you don't have to immediately upgrade the foundations or wall of your base to the highest tier possible. Wood or stone is fine as well, but notice that enemies could walk underneath higher placed wooden foundations. After you've done this, go look for the pair of 2 triangle foundations right next to each other. Go and place a wall as a second triangle, seal it off, place a door frame and set down your cupboard. Make sure that you place the TC as close as you can towards the door, so it's easier to access it later on. Now you want to place 2 half walls at the opposite side of the 2 cupboard. That's going to be your way up. I recommend you to not upgrade the first half wall hide and stone for now, because otherwise it's harder to place down your boxes later on. After you place down the floors as shown, go seal up your roof. Add 2 half walls on the right or on the left, a double door frame in front and a ceiling on top, and your starter base layout is finished. Of course, you should place one more double door frame downstairs to create an airlock. Place down 2 half walls, but make sure that the first one is twigged. After that, you want to add the floor and finish it off with another half wall. Now try to place your large box as far in the back and to the right as you can. Just be patient. If it doesn't work fine, you can just pick up the box with your hammer and try it again. If it worked, place down a second box as close as possible to the first one, and check if you can place the half wall to your left. If yes, you did everything right. Place down a double door frame and fit the third box as shown. After that, you want to add 2 small boxes, one in between the large ones and the second one to the left. Place a floor above, jump up and place those 2 large boxes. Try to place them as far back in the middle as you can, so you're able to fit 2 more small boxes up there to get more storage. Place down a door and now we can build the second loot room. For that, destroy the twig half wall which you placed before. Then place 2 large boxes into triangles as shown. Now add the 2 floors and the double door frames. Jump upstairs to fit 2 large boxes on the left and another one on the right. Finish the loot room with a small box and can go underneath. Now go ahead and place down 3 more large boxes as shown. Sometimes it's hard, but just be patient. Place a small box between and continue by begging all your friends if you not already did. Craft and place a tier 1 workbench which you're going to replace later on. Now add a double door frame and place the campfire and the furnaces as shown. Don't place the third furnace yet. You want to place down the 2 large and the 2 small boxes first. I forgot to place the last furnace. You can do that and afterwards you can go upstairs, place the 2 boxes and continue with the base layout. Alright, so as next you want to add a layer of half walls around the base and seal it off. If you want, you can fill them up with half walls, as I did, to prevent that rocket raiding enemies get into more loot rooms with the splash damage of the rockets. Notice that this is going to take more resources, but it's included in the resource costs I showed before. After you've done this, upgrade the 3 walls I showed you and place the walls around this level. But don't forget to place the double door frame where you can get in and out of your base, like I did. Now seal everything off except the one triangle where you can get up to your shooting range. Place walls going around up there, seal it off and place down both of your double doors so you're safe. Inside you want to place 2 low metal half walls and the normal wall is shown. Next you're going to add a small storage room above the way down. For that you want to add a half wall, a floor and a door frame. Now you want to put 2 large and a small storage box in there. After you did this, go one stage underneath you and build a floor to have some more boxes there. In fact, that I'm just gonna put some deployables up here, I'm gonna speed this build up a bit. Alright, so as next you want to quickly build a way down of your base. For that you just want to place down 2 half walls and a triangle roof right at the foundation underneath you. After that, go ahead and place more foundations around your base. Just fit the right foundation into the right gap as shown. Later on you really should do the foundation out of metal and the inner ones armor, because they are a weak point right now, but it's easy to fix. The next step is to do your way up out of metal, as well as to honeycomb the wall which is leading to your loot room. To do that, you're gonna add 2 metal half walls and a ceiling on the foundations. Just follow the build, I'm gonna speed this up a bit. All in all, it should look like that. Now you want to fully wall around your base. I'm gonna speed this up a bit. You just gotta watch out that you're not gonna wall off the place for your entrance door. You want to make sure that your doorway is gonna be at the right side of the double triangle pair. Go ahead and place a half wall. Then turn around and seal up the way towards the base entrance by placing metal floors. I made a mistake by upgrading them to stone because people can soft side pickaxe them from underneath. Then go ahead and close off the upper level. Place walls around and seal off the roof. All you want to do now is to finish the honeycomb of your base. I'm going to speed this up again. you want to place all the double door frames and all the rest of the deployables to the second story, so I'm just gonna do this really quick. Okay, so after placing down the research table or something else to get up there, you want to first of all add an extra airlock for more protection. As next, you want to finish the honeycomb with the second story, so you can start building the shooting area. If you're done, you're going to take doorways and place them at each of the quad ceiling. Then you want to build a round of walls and seal everything off except the way where you're gonna get on top of your base. You want to leave this quad ceiling open because this is going to be your way up. Now you have to decide what you want to build up here. I choose to build a storage room, but you can make a bedroom or something else as well. After that, you want to place triangles around the edge of your base. I'm just gonna do them out of metal so you can see them better. Now go ahead and place down windows and door frames as shown. Door frames on the pair of two triangles right next to each other and windows to the rest of them. After you've done this, you want to finish off the defensive gaps with a door frame on the right side. Now place the door and open it up so you won't fall through the gap anymore. It's really important to place the door frame at the right side, because otherwise the door won't open in the right direction. Now go ahead and repeat the step until every frame is placed. After that, seal off the entire roof with triangles and quad ceilings in the right position. If you're finished, it should look like that then. I know I already did it, but make sure that your way up or down of the roof has an extra airlock. Now you want to add wooden double door frames left of the gap for the stability. If you don't want to have roofs on top of your base to shoot down, you can simply skip this step. If you not already did, you can put down the deployables like doors and window and brushes now. Then you can add the campfires and the small boxes under the windows to smoothly watch out of them. Make sure that the campfire isn't placed too close to the wall, otherwise you get kinda stuck. Now go ahead and add a triangle airlock on each way out. You could do that with garage doors as well if you want. After that, go look for your way up and place on a ladder or some other deployable like a stone barricade, a repair bench, or just a normal small box for jumping up the door to get up here. Now go ahead and look for the 6 triangle ceilings that have the shape of a circle. Take out your roof and start placing it around the circle like I do. After you've placed down the first roof, my tip is, do not try to creep underneath the roof to place the next ones. Just sit on the roof you first placed, and the continuing roofs are pretty much always balloon ready to place. If you don't want to have those gaps between the roofs, maybe to just have a little more cover, just place down the walls and you're fine. But I would recommend you to leave them open, because then you have got some more opportunities to peek the enemy. As last step, if you want, you could finish off the base by adding some high walls, auto turrets, or some other kind of traps to it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You could really support me by subscribing to my channel and liking the video. I also would be happy if you could leave me a comment with what you liked or what you disliked about the video. See you in the next one.